everyone, so this review is for A Nest of Magic by Kate Moseman. If you want to check out my review, I have just posted that, so if you are on YouTube there's a link in the description below, and if you're on my blog the details are in the post. So this is the video review for A Nest of Magic by Kate Moseman. This was really magical and sweet, just really light-hearted and lovely and something to get lost in. Corinthia is happy. She likes her life as it is. She has her books in the library and she has her cozy evenings alone until she goes with her friend on a hike in the nature preserve that is sort of behind the library, and she meets this mysterious woman, Rosemary. And Rosemary sort of makes Corinthia really curious in a way she has never experienced before. And then suddenly she believes in more than she ever did about life and love. It just completely changes her outlook on things, even though what I did like was she still remains slightly cynical about it. It is difficult to share too much about the story in a review without too many spoilers that would ruin it, sort of like the magical discoveries that happen throughout it. So I recommend reading it and discovering it for yourself, definitely. But what I can tell you about it, and sort of what I loved most, was sort of like the setting, this library and nature sort of preserve behind it. They lead to such like magical and wonderful discoveries throughout the entire story. Just like the events that happen, the moments, Rosemary, because we get some of it from like her point of view. So the way Corinthia met Rosemary was surrounded with sort of like this air of mystery, and that just had me curious, sort of meeting Rosemary, who she really was, because it was quite clear she wasn't like anyone else, but not obvious how. So I wasn't sure her true nature, and I wasn't sure how, what we were going to find out and what it was going to be, but I was really excited. And it was actually quite a really like fun adventure joining Corinthia in doing the same, because she was also curious. She didn't know Rosemary, but she didn't understand why she didn't know Rosemary, and where did she come from, and why did she do the things she did. It left her with a lot of questions that I think she tried to avoid a little bit, but she didn't really. So Rosemary really brought out something in Corinthia, and that made her realise that while she was happy with her life, it didn't mean that she couldn't want something more from it. And she seemed to be hesitant to want to believe what she sort of knew wasn't possible. But based on everything that was happening, it had to be possible. It just had to be. It was the only explanation in some cases. But she still tried to deny it and what was happening. So for a while, Corinthia, she was really denying that there was anything strange about Rosemary and the way they'd met and how they kept meeting, especially when she was sort of talking to her friends at the library. But when she finally stopped doing that, the real magic began between them, because it meant that she could really learn more about Rosemary. But this was such a sweet romance. It has really nice coziness and sparks of magic that just made it a really wondrous read, and I really, really enjoyed it, and I hope you will too. So I'll pop a link in the description so you can grab a copy of A Nest of Magic by Kate Moseman, which I really hope you will. If you've read A Nest of Magic, would love to know what you thought of it, so please do share and let us know. But if you haven't read it and you're planning to read it, it's only to be read list, or you're now really curious and thinking, I really want to give that a go and read that, then again, please do let us know, because it's always great to find out what you are interested in reading. And if you do read it, I really, really hope you have as much fun as I did. Bye.